first week of spring practice? What was the energy like out there?
The energy for the first week of practice, the first few days, getting off of spring break, trying to pick it back up, where we left off, winter program. I feel like the energy was good. A lot of young guys flying around, a lot of older guys returning, making it, leading the young guys. So I feel like the energy was good so far the first week.
Any kind of personal goals for you this spring? Anything you want to accomplish before getting into the summer?
Um, Really, my personal goal, just stay healthy through spring, all throughout the workout programs. Put on the weight that I need to put on for the year. And just lead the young guys and bring them all along. So that's my personal goals for this year.
What's it like to be at practice and not see Jake and Moochie and Keyshawn Jr. out there with you?
Kind of miss those guys. That's my brothers. All them guys, my brothers. Some of the guys that's from Texas. We kind of built the bond. A brother bond. Over the course of the years that we was all together. So not having those guys, the older guys there with me, just to bring the energy up. Also, so I just got to pick up where we all left off from last year.
What's it like for you? You came into last year thinking that was going to be your last year.
Yeah.
The injury happens. You're back this year. How does that affect you? Does that change you? How much do you bring from that?
Like you said, last year I thought it was going to be like one of my big years. Kind of sort of my last year. I had an injury that I faced during the year. I felt like it was all God's plan. He brought me back for another year for another purpose. And that's why I'm here. Just to bring up everybody that's around me. And do what I got to do best for the program and for the team.
Kind of with that comes some opportunity. There were a lot of seniors last year.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of you and Jay Hud a little bit. How much responsibility do you take on with that?
It's a big role that the program, the coaches, everyone around, asking me and Jay Hud, just to step up. We the older two of veterans that's in the receiving room right now. So it's a lot, But it's something that I always, wanted. Always that grew up from high school, being the guy, So it's something that I, got to get back into it. Just take one day at a time.
What have you seen so far from some of the younger receivers, two true freshmen coming in? What have you seen?
What I've seen so far, they not taking no slack. They come in day one, like they already been here. Learning the plays, that was the biggest thing that I, was a challenging, from high school and moving to college. More so, hand signals and everything is not, give it to you. So, the young guys, they meet outside, the football and with the coaches, with us, and we just talk about football, the plays that we got going on the next day that we go out and to practice. So, that's the biggest thing, they learn their plays, they go out there and play fast, and that's all we can ask for.
Outside of extra leadership responsibility, Coach Likens mentioned that there's a good chance that you and Jay Hutt are probably to play more. Last year there's fewer guys to rotate out as consistently. How do you kind of talk about the preparation for that physically, getting ready to be in a season where you might be seeing the field quite a lot?
All that just comes with the sacrifice, like right now that we're not in practice, just doing a little extra running and everything, just a little extra to be in shape for the extra reps that we're going to be taking for the year. So, I feel like we're in the best shape right now, or getting to the best shape for the season. Like I said, just take one day at a time, and it's all going to come apart.
You talked about how in high school you were the guy at the end of your high school career.
Yeah.
Is being a veteran leader a different job at this level? And is it something that's natural, or do you have to develop that role?
I would say it's something natural. Last year I wasn't, called the leader, but I still had take on some leadership roles, leading other guys and, saying things and, just being a leader when I'm not, technically the leader. So it's just something that I always naturally had in me, just to lead and direct players, and, so that's what I would say for that.
I know you would have rather been on the field playing, but how much did you kind of take from being on the sideline and maybe getting a little different view of things from there that you're able to, now that you're back on the field, take with you?
I was saying, just not playing. It was more so, looking, coaching the guys. I see something on the sideline that the DB or the defense doing. I could, coach those guys and like, hey, they doing this. I feel like this is gonna work. Just so not being on the field, I could be that extra eye for the guys that that was playing at the time being. So it was all good. It all worked out in God's favor, and things happen.
Anything else? Coach Likens mentioned, and Coach Lashley talked all year about how Roderick Daniels obviously filled so many roles for you guys last year. When you look at the receiver group, do you see anyone who has some of the characteristics that could evolve into that kind of multifaceted player for you?
I would say Randy Reese. He kind of got built like junior Roger Daniels. Kind of small, but kind of got a little stocky weight on him. So I say Randy Reese.